Turkey is burning. Its streets are flooded with anger, a political rival silenced. Tonight, the streets of Turkey are filled with rage as the country witnesses its biggest protests in over a decade. Is this the final stand for democracy in Turkey? Or is Erdogan paving the way for a new Islamic authoritarian state? Let's break down the reason for Turkey in turmoil. On 19th March, Istanbul's mayor, Ekrem Imamoglu, was detained and is now facing a sweeping investigation, accused of bribery, extortion, corruption, aggravated fraud, and illegally obtaining personal data for profit as part of an alleged criminal organization. He is among 100 suspects named in the case, intensifying concerns that these charges are politically motivated. His arrest has sent shockwaves across Turkey. Imamoglu, the leader of the opposition who shattered Erdogan's 25-year grip over Istanbul, is now behind bars on corruption charges. But is this truly about justice, or is it a strategic move to eliminate Erdogan's strongest rival? Let there be no doubt, this is Turkey's biggest protest in over a decade. Tens of thousands have taken to the streets, defying bans, braving tear gas, and risking arrests. At least 323 protesters have already been detained. The government calls this law enforcement. But is it really an attempt to silence the voice of the opposition? Let's look at why Imamoglu's rise terrifies Erdogan. Imamoglu belongs to the CHP, the party of Turkey's founding father, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the man who built a secular Turkey. In contrast, Erdogan has spent the last 2 decades shifting Turkey towards Islamism, cracking down on critics, controlling the media, and jailing opponents. Imamoglu's victory in Istanbul in 2019 was not just a local election, it was a referendum on Erdogan's rule. The opposition won major cities, proving that Erdogan's control is slipping. The economy is in crisis, inflation is soaring, and the people are frustrated. And now the arrest of Imamoglu has only added fuel to the fire. Let's not forget, Turkey was once the beacon of secularism in the Islamic world. But under Erdogan, the country is shifting dangerously towards authoritarianism. Just like Iran, the Islamic hardliners are gaining ground, and political opponents are being silenced one by one. Journalists jailed, academics silenced, Kurdish politicians persecuted, elections called free but not fair. Even the European Union has called Imamoglu's arrest a very, very bad sign for Turkey's democracy. But is Erdogan even listening? Meanwhile, Istanbul University announced that it was revoking Imamoglu's degree due to alleged irregularities. If upheld, this decision could jeopardize his ability to run for president, as the Turkish constitution mandates that candidates must have completed higher education. Imamoglu's lawyers have vowed to challenge this ruling, taking their appeal to the Constitutional Court and, if necessary, the European Court of Human Rights. Ultimately, the Supreme Election Council will decide whether Imamoglu is qualified to be a candidate. On the other hand, Turkish opposition, Republican People's Party members, and others head to polling stations on the 23rd of March for a primary election to endorse detained Istanbul Mayor Ekrem Imamoglu as candidate for the next presidential election. While Erdogan cannot run for office in 2028, unless, of course, he changes the constitution. The question is, will he? And if he does, will Turkey even remain a democracy? Imamoglu's arrest proves one thing: Erdogan is scared. The opposition is gaining ground. The people are angry, and the world is watching. So tonight we leave you with these hard-hitting questions. Is Erdogan destroying Turkey's democracy to cling to power? Is Turkey on the path to becoming another Iran, where religion dominates politics and dissent is crushed? And most importantly, will the people of Turkey fight back? This is not just about one man's arrest. This is about the future of a nation. The world must pay attention, because when democracy falls, dictators rise.